In this video, I talk about the entire move-in process, meeting Simply, and meeting Babyfunks. It's in a new format where I started a segment on my stream called Small Streamer Big Opinions, so if you like it, leave a like and subscribe, and enjoy the video. Chat, welcome to a new show on the channel called Small Streamer Big Opinions. Title's right here. This is a show where I am going to be having a dialogue with you guys in chat about things I care about and I have an opinion on, aka gaming, aka streamers and streaming and YouTubers. Maybe sometimes it's just a topic I have going on in my life that I want to discuss. It can be literally anything. It just gives us an avenue to talk to each other in chat and have a good dialogue that brings in, you know, clicks on YouTube and stuff where we can clickbait titles, and it gives us some structure to the stream. This will happen every day, Monday through Friday, whenever I go live. It's either going to be after a cooking stream, in between cooking and gaming, or at the start of the stream before gaming if we've already gotten dinner and stuff like that. I will try to come up with a new topic every day, and it'll last for about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the topic and depending on how many people are in chat, depending on what we talk about. Today is episode 1, and in episode 1, we're going to be talking about whatever just happened in the last, 4 days. If you did not know, I have recently just moved to Austin, Texas, and this is my new room. It's a little bare bones, you know, because we just moved in and we're broke. But I moved in with my good friend Armo. I'm going to break down the entire move from day 1 to now. The story of the move. First of all, if you haven't seen what the car looked like this car was ready to burst. I'm surprised it didn't burst. This is what the car looked like. Right here is the corner table of my desk that's 4 feet across, so it's huge. We had to put it in one way and rotate it while scraping it against the roof to try to get it into this car. This is my vacuum sealed mattress behind me. These metal things are my bed frames. And then there's, under this all is this is my green screen, by the way. Under this all is boxes of wires, microphones, monitors are down here. There's a monitor in the back. My computer's all the way at the back, with a moving blanket over it to pad it so it doesn't get all banged up. My big 70-inch TV is sandwiched in all of this. This is it was the most insane puzzle piece ever. And then to top it all off, all my clothes besides this one bag here were in a roof bag on top of the car. So we literally got shit gas mileage driving all the way across the country with this roof bag, you know, making us way less aerodynamic. It was crazy. Okay, so all right, so we're packing the car, right? And this bag rips. This black tape you see right here is covering the hole. So we rip the vacuum seal and it just starts expanding and pushing, you know, the fucking, I think putting this table on top of this is what ripped it, and it just started expanding. So my dad literally had to tape it up real fast and then vacuum the mattress to hold. So we were scared the entire drive that it was just gonna keep expanding and putting pressure on everything in the car. But luckily it stayed put, and we were okay. We went to sleep. I didn't sleep very well. I think I passed out around 8 p.m. Eastern time and woke up at midnight, and we were supposed to leave at 4 a.m. What I did was at midnight, I started watching Ludwig playing Valorant with Tarek. Couldn't fall back asleep, so I ended up just going to downstairs to take a shower at 2 a.m. and get ready for the drive. And then my dad woke up at 3 and was like, "What the fuck are you doing awake?" And I was like, "I'm good." 4 a.m. we leave. Get out of New York. Beat the city traffic before you know, people start waking up for work. And we're driving. Armo met up with us at my house at 4 a.m. My old house at 4 a.m. And he literally just followed us the entire way, through the country. We literally did a 3-man rotation where my dad and Armo drove the 2 cars until about 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. straight nonstop driving. Armo didn't sleep well either, so he took a break, and I drove Armo's car while my dad still drove my car. And we drove from 8 a.m. to noon, and then we stopped and had lunch. My dad was feeling a little tired, so I took over driving my car. Armo hopped back into his car. We drove till about, I want to say 4 o'clock, and then we stopped for gas again. We had to stop for gas so many times because my car has the roof bag, which is not like a plastic bag. It's literally that like tough mesh kind of like cloth material type thing. So it's like waterproof and stuff. It's like lined and stuff. But like the shape of the bag changed over time because of the wind hitting it. And then like every time we stopped at a hotel, we had to take the roof bag off the roof and bring it into the hotel room because people could just, you know, rip it open and steal my clothes if they wanted to. So to be safe, we just took it into every hotel room we went in and then had to put it back on top of the roof the next morning and strap it down. It's basically like a bag that you take the straps and you like put them inside the open doors, clip them together, pull them tight, and there's like 2 go on the back door, 2 go on the front doors, and then you just close the doors, and then the straps are going up through the rubber of the door lining and holding the bag down on top of the roof. Should have vacuum sealed some gas so you don't have to stop. Yeah, man. But the problem is like gas is like $4 everywhere. So we like literally chose the worst time to road trip across the country because gas is $4 and we're paying $4 a gallon going across the goddamn country. But it was okay because my dad homied me and paid for all of it. His reasoning for like paying for like my gas and like the hotel was like, yeah, usually your mom would set you up with a bunch of like cleaning products and all that stuff, but since she's not coming and you're going across the country, I'm just gonna homie you on gas and stuff to help you get, so you don't spend too much money. And we spent a shit ton of money on stuff anyways, so that'll come later. 4 o'clock, we get gas. We're all deciding on who's driving next because I'm getting tired, and Armo was getting tired. So my dad took over Armo's car, and I still drove my car with Armo. Took a nap in the passenger seat, and we drove for about an hour and a half, 5:30. Then I'm tired. Armo took a nap, so he's good. Armo hops back in his car. My dad drives my car. We go all the way from New York to Nashville in 16 hours of driving in one day. We go to get this hotel, right? And apparently some like country star was in town selling out the arena in Nashville. So we had to drive. It was like 7 o'clock at this point. We had to drive another 20 minutes down the road to get a hotel. But luckily we got a room. I think we got like Ruby Tuesdays or what is it? What's the or TGI Fridays? We got some kind of restaurant like that for dinner. Went straight to sleep. Woke up around 6 a.m. for another day. We were about 12, 13-ish hours away from Texas or from Austin at that point. So we wake up in Nashville, 6 a.m. A rainy morning. We throw the roof bag back on top because we had to lug that big ass thing into the hotel room for the night. And like 7 o'clock, we're on the road back again. We go through Memphis where there's this like big Bass Pro Shop pyramid. It's like the store is a giant pyramid Bass Pro Shop. We cross a bridge. It's a like all before this we were like driving on like a 2-lane road that was like just winding through the like I guess Adirondack Mountains, right? Or like the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. From this bridge in Memphis on, it is a barren wasteland that is called Arkansas. Arkansas is literally just farmland and nothing else. It was the top 10 worst states in the country. It was so like boring. It's just all flat, all farms, literally no stores, nothing to look at. 2-lane roads, you got to deal with all the trucks. Arkansas is so shit. I'm sorry if you live in Arkansas, but it was fucking... Or my dad and Armo drove from like the 7 a.m. to like almost noon. We stopped and got Wendy's, and literally the Wendy's is like the old style Wendy's, like those old like marble tables and those wooden chairs type thing. It was like I went back to like 2005 when I was like 5 years old, when all the Wendy's looked like that where I'm from in New York. But like here, it was like everything's still old. Like it was crazy. Fucking Pirate Kansas, yeah, legit. Kansas, get it? Get it? We drive. At noon, I switch with my dad. Armo keeps going. We ended up driving all the way to Waco, Texas. And in Waco, Texas, it was complete traffic. Like there was construction going on. I think Waco was like the college was having like a big basketball games. There was hella traffic probably going to that. So as soon as we hit like bumper to bumper traffic, I was like, all right, fuck it. I called my dad who was driving Armo's car. Me and Armo were listening to this guy, Tony Dillard, I think his name is. He's this comedian from Long Island who has a podcast, and he's fucking hilarious. So we were cracking up the whole time. We get off the highway. We go to like this hotel, and the hotel was completely booked. And we were like, what the fuck? It turns out that that hotel was housing a whole dorm of the college because the dorms, I guess, got fucked up and something was wrong with it. So they literally just stuck all the kids in like a fucking Marriott or whatever. But thankfully next door there was a different hotel, which was a little bit more pricey. But we ended up getting a room there, and it worked out because there was a pull-out couch and 2 beds. So all of us got our own bed, which was good. My dad, Armo, and me. And we've been driving all day. We're starving. My dad asked the front desk, and they said, oh, this is like Mexican place. Like, is this Mexican place like 2 stores down from the hotel. So we're like, all right, I guess we'll go there. This place was called it was literally just called Mexicano Grill and Bar. And it was like this one building with nothing around it, just like a parking lot, completely isolated from everything else. Next to it, like a Shell gas station and the highway. And we go in, we sit down, and we're like looking around, like this is like the most hole-in-the-wall random place in Waco, Texas. And we order, food comes out pretty fast. We were like, damn, food came out pretty fast. My dad got like one of those like fajita things that come out on a skillet, like that's still sizzling. I got quesadillas, and Armo got like what Armo get? Armo got like a bunch of shit. He got like a burrito or something, or like some tacos or something. I kid you not. We all came out of it saying like, holy shit, that was like the best Mexican food we've ever had. And it was literally this like run-down hole-in-the-wall place on the side of the highway. It was crazy. Like everyone in there was like Spanish. They had a live band playing like Spanish music. It was insane. It was like the fucking best Mexican food I've ever had in my entire life. Armos too. My dad as well. We leave there. We go to sleep. We're in the hotel breakfast, right? Like grubbing up for the day. And Armo and my dad are online, to get like eggs and whatnot. And the plates are in between them and this lady. So I like step behind them to go get a plate. And she goes, nah, I've been waiting 10 minutes. And I look at her, I'm just grabbing a plate. And she was like, I've been waiting here 10 minutes. Ain't no way. And like in a southern accent. And I was just like, all right, lady. And I just fucking let her be. She's this old Karen. Waco's about 2 hours from Austin. And the apartment complex's office didn't open till 10. We ended up getting there at around 9:45, I think. I think we cut time because of the lack of traffic. It was like only an hour and a half. 9:45. So we're standing there waiting around. Finally, the lady pulls up, opens up the office, and we sit down in the chairs, and we're ready to get our keys and start moving in. After 2 days of traveling, 2 full days of driving. And she's like, all right, you have to pay your first month's rent before I hand over the keys. And we're like, fine. We only have to pay from like March 19th when we moved in to the end of the month, which is like half of rent, not even. So I'm like, all right, I have my card. And she's like, no, we need a physical payment, like a check. And I'm like, I don't own a checking book. Like, that's not a thing I have. So we literally had to leave, go to an HEB and get what's called a money order, where you literally just give them your card, pay whatever amount you want, and then they give you like a check, which I didn't know was a thing. Apparently it's a thing. It used to be a lot common back in the day, my dad said, but I didn't even know it was a fucking thing. So we get this like HEB branded check for rent, and we go back, and she's like, okay, perfect. And then we get our keys and head to my apartment, which, if you don't know anything about apartment complexes, is that they don't usually have elevators, and we live on the 3rd floor. So we had to lug every single thing in the back of that damn car up 3 flights of stairs to get into this room right now. And it was like 80 degrees outside. So it was a grind. Like we are tired still from all the running around and stuff. We move in, we're setting up a bunch of stuff. The apartment's pretty sweet. There was only a couple problems. Like one light bulb was out. My shower head was like spraying, but that's a quick fix. My dad like got like pipe taped it up. I changed the shower head anyways because the old one was shit, and I got a new one. Yeah, so Saturday and Sunday was basically just we went out shopping. Saturday, I think we had like Sonic for lunch and Raising Cane's for dinner, which Raising Cane's is fucking goated. We got folding chair, temporary, like literally, we don't have computer chairs, right? Because they didn't fit. We both got one folding chair each. And that folding chair literally serves as our computer chairs, our dining room chairs, our entertainment TV chairs. And these things are not fucking comfortable. So we gotta get Jason, you gotta hook us up with some computer chairs ASAP. On Sunday, I wanted to not have my dad literally just be here to fucking be a handyman, drive, and run errands. So I took my dad downtown. I gave him the full experience. Jason and 5 Cent, you guys remember the parking lot we parked in when we got the ticket? We literally parked in the same lot. Almost. We parked across the street. But yeah, we literally went back to the same parking lot, except it was like way more sketchy this time because there was way more people around because of South by Southwest. So my dad was like sketched out for a bit, but then we walked towards Congress. We actually went into the Capitol building, not into it, but like into like the greenery area with all the statues and stuff. And we were taking pictures and stuff. It was cool. We walk back to the river and we're looking at the view. My dad's taking a picture of the skyline, seemed to be enjoying himself. And then he was like, oh, aren't there like bats under the bridge? And I'm like, oh yeah, like I think like a certain time of day you can see the bats. So we go under the bridge, right, to, like on the little walkway like that people like bike and like jog and run on, and we're just like chilling on the railing looking out at the river at the views. So there's like no bats, so we're like, ah, damn, I guess we missed them or whatever. And Armo just looks at me and goes, Dan, simply, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And he like nods his head, and I look behind, I turn around, and fucking Big Simply, Super Mario 64 former world record holder, 3rd place holder, is jogging in sweatshorts, shirtless, chest hair flowing in the wind, just absolutely going crazy, getting a jog in, the AirPods in, like absolute Chad. And I'm like, no fucking way. Literally like first day here, and we literally already see a streamer like that from Austin. So like he's got his AirPods in, so I yell, like he's like 5 feet away from us, like jogging past us. So I yell, I'm like, yo, Big Simp. And he's like staring at the ground ahead of him, like in runner's high, like all focused. And he like goes like this, like, what the fuck? Someone just yell for me. And I'm like, yo, with Big Simp. I like wave at him. And he like smiles and nods and goes, sup. And we went, yo. And then he just kept jogging. And it was like, you love to watch him walk away. It was like, I didn't want to like stop him for a picture and stuff because, you know, he's running, he's jogging, he's getting exercise. I didn't want to bother him. But it was like so sick. Me and Armor were like fucking fanboying. We were like, what the fuck? That was awesome. We just saw Simply, like no fucking way. So I tweeted at him, saw Big Simply jogging past me today. What a legend. Always on the grind no matter what it is. You know, that's just like, because like, you know, we couldn't talk to him or nothing. But he literally responded and he went, LMAO, sup. And that got 161 likes. And my tweet ended up getting 275 likes from Big Simp responding. And then I gave him a little nod back saying, you're the GOAT. And he liked that, which was sick. So shout out Simply. What a fucking legend. Love that guy. So fucking, literally chills. It was so sick. But yeah, that was crazy. After that, we ended up going to dinner in West Austin in the hills. We went to a place called the Oasis, which, if I can pull it up, it's kind of like, it's not like a restaurant alone. It's got a bunch of like shops and like a brewery and stuff and a bar. But basically it's this right here. This view overlooking Lake Travis, and it faces the sunset. All these seats on these balconies and stuff just stare out at the sunset. And it's like a big drop, and it's like a big ass lake. I hope my dad enjoyed himself because he had a 6 a.m. flight this morning, today, as of today. We're getting out to today. So he wakes me up at 3:30. You know, he's trying to get to the airport early. We're driving to the airport this morning. Like there's barely anybody on the road. I'm tired, so I'm just driving speed limit, nothing crazy. We have to transfer from one highway to another. So I get onto the highway. I go in the middle lane. I'm just chilling 70. Literally no one on the road. Just our car. 70 miles per hour. All of a sudden, bang. We're like, what the fuck was that? And some guy speeds past us at like 100 miles per hour. He clipped my back bumper and knocked some of the clips off. So my back bumper's all dented and scuffed now because this guy going 100 miles an hour fucking skimmed me basically and fucked up my back bumper and just drove off, like hit and run. And my dad was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It was so fucking sketchy. I was like, what the hell? We couldn't see his license plate because he drove off at like 100 miles per hour, so we couldn't can't do anything about it. It's like we can call the cops or whatever. Yeah, Texas, that's the one thing I've noticed being here. Like everything's like been smooth and perfect, The one thing that sucks being in Texas is the drivers. Like, you people do not know how to drive. It's insane. I got home safe, obviously, but that was scary and fucked up. And then me and Armo planned to go like thrift shopping for like clothes and stuff, which should be fun. But we didn't end up doing it. We ended up going to Walmart, picking up a couple things, and then meeting up with Babyfunks in real life. We actually met Babyfunks, which was really cool. She was super sweet, obviously. She's obviously shy, more shy in person than on mic. But us three bozos meandered around Walmart and a couple other stores, getting some stuff for the apartment. She came through. She saw the place, what we're working with here in this apartment. We left her and then came home. And me and Armo cooked up literally the fucking fattest meal of a lifetime. We made rice. We made refried beans. We made chicken, fucking steamed vegetables. We had ourselves a fucking meal. Everything I ate today, nothing was takeout, which is like huge for a person that just moved out of like their parents' house and doesn't know how to cook type thing. She's like exactly what you expect how she would be in real life. Like me and Armo were like shopping, and she's like wandering in like random aisles, like straying away, looking, just like picking up stuff, like, oh, you guys need this, like ADHD brain going everywhere. And then we like check out and we're going to leave, and she's like hold on, wait, and she like runs off and goes to like the crane, like, you know when you leave Walmart and sometimes there's like the crane games before you exit the actual doors. She runs, puts $1 in, and is playing like 2 tries on a crane game. And me and Armo just looked at each other and are like, hello, what the fuck is she doing? It's like fucking we're her goddamn parents, and we had to wait for her. We had no idea what she looked like until today, which is crazy. She literally pulled up on us because like we didn't like pick her up from her house, right? Like she was at this Walmart with like her mom. Her mom like leaves and like left her there because she was gonna come shopping with us and stuff. And me and Armo are just like in Walmart getting like some deli meat or something, some cheese, shopping for some vegetables. And all of a sudden she pulls up, and the first thing she does is she's behind me. She goes, hi, and I recognize the voice, and I like turn around, and without seeing her like yet, she just hands me her like drink. She had like a coffee or something, and goes, I gotta pee, and then walks away. And me and Armo just like looked at each other like, well, who the fuck was that? Because we don't know what she looks like at this point. And she like walks away, and we're just like, well, that was her, like, obviously, because no stranger's gonna do that shit. I'm like, well, we gotta wait for her now. She just made us stuck. Like, we can't leave and go continue our shopping that we're doing for groceries. We have to wait for her to come back. And I was like, no, fuck it. Let's just fucking leave. It's her problem. But I waited, and then she came back, and like, you know, we just kind of went about it. We didn't even like introduce ourselves or anything. It was kind of just like me and Armo kept shopping, and she was just tagging along. Like nothing, like we already knew each other. There was no like, hey, it's me, I'm Babyfunks type thing. It was literally just like, hold this, like she knew us already, like we were just friends. She was still making fun of us a little bit, but you know, it's like when me and 5 Cent met. Like we're just like awkward people. Yeah. First time meeting people on the internet is strange. It's even more, I don't know, look like beforehand. Yeah, it was the weirdest like entry interaction, because she just handed it a drink and said, I gotta go pee. And we and Armo were like, hello, is that her? Such a missed opportunity to mess with y'all. Me and Armo, because we knew we were gonna meet up, right? Me and Armo were like waiting for like the deli meat or whatever, and Armo's like, check me, keep an eye out for the op. But yeah, that's the first episode of Small Streamer Big Opinions. Stay tuned for more topics being covered, boys.